who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Lions and the Dolphins, and it's all up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice. 66 yards.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Play action. It's Goff. He'll buy some time right. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Gets around him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
It's into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, back to Gaskin. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And his throw here's incomplete. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well. Protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Lions at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Goff. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And he'll let this one go deep for choke. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. On the return is Williams. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On first down, Goff.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield.
Incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Throwing on third, Goff. And that will be incomplete as well.
On fourth down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now.
Seibert's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So that kick gives them their first points in the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
There's so rapid how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. From the gun on third down, Goff.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Tua now on first down. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson.
to Edmonds on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw again on second down. Goff. Goff and Williams hooking up there for Lions first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let me see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 33. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Lions to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Goff. He's got it to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. On 2nd down, Swift pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Gone. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that part.
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's gone. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st down, it's gone.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Again, Goff. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Goff. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Edmonds again.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
The run 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now Goff on 1st down.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's pushed out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Goff. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, he stays up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It fights him off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Well, some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10.
Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Gets past one man. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Caught. It's Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal.
Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Ruled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8.
Dolphins 14.
So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away from the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We start with a couple of longtime adversaries in the NFC. Chicago heading down to AT&T Stadium to take on Dallas. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Kiki Cutie, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to Hotlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Swift going to try up the middle.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Now Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
Once again, it's Swift. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard after the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Oh, good move. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action. Now it's Tua. On the move to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 38, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal. Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field as this offense takes the field to get the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. A dime look defensively for Tua sets up to pass it.